everybody. Welcome to my first ever trade recap as a full time Forex trader. Yes, you heard that right. As a full time Forex trader, I went from being in school and trading, work and trading, to now trading only. Shout out to me for that. And now the trades that, or rather the techniques that I use now when I'm trading and stuff like that, are techniques that I perfected in the final quarter of 2025 when I started trading the investors' capital. And so, um, yeah, guys, let's get into it. Now, while I replay price, right, I want us to get into why is it that I entered these trades. Okay, why I traded today. Number one, I am now a full time Forex trader, meaning that trading pays for the bulls. Cool. Now, I am also trading four accounts, right? Two of the accounts are prop firm, prop firms. One of the accounts is an investor's capital. One of them is my personal capital. Now, how I trade all four of these accounts is different, and I'm gonna break this down now. Now, how I trade my investors' capital is the same way that I trade the prop firms, right? You guys know I did a couple of prop firm challenges last year and I failed. And since then, I've kind of like modified how I should look at prop firms, and how I have been trading the investors' capital is like I've literally been looking at the investors' capital as if it's a prop firm, and I'm looking at it as in like I only have excess to 10% of this capital, and in a day I can only lose 4%. So those are the rules that I use on my investors capitals trading account, and that's how I've also been trading. Well, those are proper rules. And also with the investors capital, what I do is that I have a minimum, right? Minimum um what you call this, a goal, right? A goal. What, I forgot the word, but I have a target. Yes, I have a daily target of how much I'm willing to win, and how much is it that when I see I'm gonna close the trade, even if there is still more movement in the market. As long as I secured what I needed or what I want from the market, then I'm cool. So that's how I trade the prop firm account. Cool. Versus how I trade my personal funds. With my personal funds, how I trade those is that I have a minimum target that I want to secure per day. And I also have a maximum target that I want to secure per day. However, if my account size is red, or it's like on a negative, it means that I can't, I can't be choosing in terms of like, okay, no, there's still more movement in the market, so I'm going to leave this trade to run, right? If I see that the market has reached, or it has given me the number that I want my account to be at, then I just take that and then I just leave. Today, that tested me a lot. Today, it tested me a lot because you guys are going to see how how much money I left on the table. Cool. Now, if you watched my forecast from yesterday, then you'll know that I was a little bit confused as to, um, okay, I wasn't like confused, but I knew that today's trade was somewhat going to be a low probability trade because the timeframes did not align. But then I knew that market was at this area over here, right? And because market was at that area, this is an area where market, like if candlesticks do not close below this area, then market is most likely to go up, which was what happened. But then with the price action that I saw on the 4 hour chart, with the price action, right, that I saw on the 4 hour chart, it was really, really confusing because Are you trying to go down? Are you trying to go up? So how I approached the market today is that I wanted to see, or I wanted to wait for the market to reach either of these two black areas, and then I was going to react based on what I saw the market doing. Cool. Now we're going to go down to the 1 hour chart. Okay. Now, with the 1 hour chart, I'm going to simulate the environment that I was in when I first woke up. Okay. Now, mhm, this was it actually. Actually, um, this was it. So I wake up at 4 a.m. South African time every single day. Well, I try to, okay? But at 5 a.m., I'm already on the market and ready to see what the market is going to do. Cool. Now, when we go to the 1 hour, the first thing that I saw was this 1 hour order block, okay? It was this 1 hour order block. And initially, how I wanted to take this trade was like this, and have this as my overall take profit. But then but then you guys know I take my entries on the 15-minute chart. Like, I believe that the 15-minute chart gives like better precision when it comes to entries. Cool. And then I allowed the market to play out, and then market started creating this kind of price action. And as soon as the market got here, right, it was even before the engulfing candlestick was created. But when the market was there, I knew that the market was going to go up, okay? Because number one, market is at this area, right? The black line where it is a high probability area for the market to reverse back to the upside. Number one. Number two, the candlesticks that the market are creating are showing that there is indecision. Number one. Number two, if you've read the candlestick Bible, then you know that this is a candlestick. Well, like, these candlesticks create a structure of a reversal pattern. That was number one. Number two. Number three, I think, confluence. Yeah. And then my other confluence was me knowing, or me believing, that the market was going to come into this order block. And it's because I've seen this like time and time and again, market going into the order block and then going down, creating a lower low. Cool. Now I enter my trade and then I allow market to play out, right? I'm happy. I'm happy. I start panicking. I'm happy. I start panicking, right? I'm also vlogging today, so you guys will see it in my next vlog. I think next week. I show you guys me journaling how this move makes me feel, because I'm like, oh, market is like, like it just played with my emotions, because at the same time it's like there is still this much move left. Should I had just closed my trade and just kept it moving, or what? Because I'm really good at like taking my profit and going. But then it is what it is. I'm like, okay, let me keep it cool. Then I trade, take profit gets hit, right? Take profit gets hit. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. But then take profit gets hit, and then I'm like, okay, I want to see price action over here. You see, if I see something like this, right? Or like this over here, then I'll be happy. Or an inverse of this, an inverse of that over here, then I would be really, really happy. Then I was just waiting for that. As I was waiting for that, I noticed like, okay, then the market started being very volatile, creating these candlesticks, and I was still sure that market is gonna go down from there. But then I realized, but then it's like in my heart, or rather in my mind, right? I knew that with this move alone, I had secured my daily target for all four of those accounts. And Me entering this trade was going to be me risking what I already was going to be me risking what I made here over here. And I really was not willing to take that risk. Cool. So, but then I just, for market, for research purposes, I allowed the market to replay itself. And I noticed that, okay, market broke this order block, which now invalidates that order block, right? And then I always take a nap at about 1, 2 a.m., 2 p.m., my bad, 2 p.m., because I wake up really, really early. At this point, I was taking my nap, and I just woke up not so long ago. Now, this is where the market is. And now, when I was studying this trade, I looked at my mistakes, right? I looked at what did I do wrong, right? Now, what I did wrong was that I missed this. Um, I missed this. Um, yeah, because there was 1, 2, right? Now, and 3, which is what the market did. Or maybe let me just take it back to the line chart, right? And you can see over there that market respected that area really, really well. And this is where we're at right now. um like normally I don't really like trading with channels that much because I feel like channels limit me. Channels have limited me. I have used channels to basically like cut my profits and stuff like that, especially like when I'm on the roll, and my accounts, my personal account is where I want it to be. Then I will like cut my profits and stuff like that. But it is what it is. We live and we learn. I'm happy that I was able to take what I wanted from the market and leave whatever is left for other people. But I do believe that I could have, and you guys know too, I could have capitalized more from this move. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this recap. We'll do another one tomorrow if I take a trade, win or lose. We're transparent over here. Have a good evening, ciao.